Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe. We have a very short time.
So, where you want to start?
Where
This is page 4, but in the middle he's saying that...
No. First, start from where he is saying.
Okay. The purpose of this, so we are reading Bhagavad Gita, page 4. The purpose of this is that Bhagavad Gita is treatise which is especially meant for the devotee of the Lord. There are 3 classes of transcendentalists, namely the Jnani, the Yogi, and the Bhakta.
You see, and the Bhakta. Jnani, Yogi, not Bhakta. Right? But when you write and Bhakta, go on. I will not take much time. Sit here, listen. You are not Pandit.
No, only water.
Acha.
So, all the impersonalists.
Yeah. Impersonal.
Can you explain impersonalists?
Impersonalists who believe in Guru only, not God exists. Impersonalists means not believe in the fall. They are impersonal. Personal, not.
They don't keep relationship.
No relationship. Narayan Bhakti is also impersonal. Then you start worshipping many gods. Is impersonal. Here you worship Shiva because of Gopeshwara. He has a Gopi bhav, so you worship Shiva. So he is a Gopi, so you worship that. Not individual Shiva you worship. Shiva is the Guru who remove our ignorance, and he creates the ignorance. What is ignorance? Who sent me to Maya, we become ignorance. And who can protect from Maya? That is the work of Guru. Why Maya? Because Shiva has a Mahamaya. Why his name is Maya? So Mahamaya is in her control. So very easy for destroying anything, because Mahamaya can destroy everything. Maya can destroy everything in our life. Fully I am in Maya, material thing, I destroy my career, life, everything.
And the meditator and the devotee.
Meditator and devotee. There are different classes. Devotee class is telling what is devotion. Go on.
Here the Lord clearly tells Arjuna that he is making him the first receiver of a new parampara, because the old succession was broken. It was the Lord's wish, therefore, to establish another parampara in the same line of thought that was coming down from the sun god to others, and it was his wish that his teaching be distributed anew by Arjuna. He wanted Arjuna to become the authority in understanding the Bhagavad Gita. So we see that Bhagavad Gita is instructed to Arjuna especially because Arjuna was devotee of the Lord, direct student of Krishna and his intimate friend.
That's the point. Devotee means intimate. How much I am intimate, I am devotee. If not, then it is impersonal in the name of God. Intimate, closeness, make you the highest qualification. So, we are devotee from 20 years, 10 years. A student also we are, but we are not become intimate.
Yeah.
Subject is far. Now you see how intimate is important. Go on.
Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is best understood by a person who has qualities similar to Arjuna's.
Sri Radhe. Go on.
That is to say, he must be devotee in a direct relationship with the Lord.
Now more clear. Direct relation.
As soon as one becomes devotee of the Lord, he also has a direct relationship with the Lord.
Bad writer write like this 3 times, 22 times he writes. Go on. 22 times. You will see that.
That is a very elaborate subject matter.
Now you see, 4th thing, elaborated, very high subject. All is scripture mentioned in this way. Direct relation. Go on.
But briefly, it can be stated that the devotee is in relationship with the Supreme
Again. Really? You see? Yeah. You go on.
But briefly, it can be stated that the devotee is in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead in one of 5 different ways. First, one may be devotee in a passive state.
Yeah.
Second, one may be devotee in an active state. Third, one may be a devotee as a friend. One may be devotee as a parent. And fifth, one may be devotee as a conjugal lover.
See? What is the highest devotion? Conjugal. There is no privacy. No privacy. Son and daughter, or son of mother is also privacy. Mother not say every private thing to the daughter. But conjugal lovers, privacy, then no conjugal love. Go on.
Arjuna was in relationship with the Lord as a friend. Of course, there is a gulf of difference between this friendship and the friendship found in this material world.
Yeah. Difference. What difference? Go on.
This is transcendental friendship,
Yeah.
which cannot be had by everyone.
Yes. And it starts from the soul. Everyone transcendental, not from the body and senses. This is transcendental. No, everyone understands this. Go on.
Of course, everyone has a particular relationship with the Lord, and that relationship is evoked by the perfection of devotional service.
Yes. By taking care, like one Gopal you take and you start taking care of him, that will develop, Gopal will develop you perfection. He will start playing and asking with perfection. You start taking care of any deity. You see the dolls, the babies, you start playing in the life, childhood, and when they grown up, they keep same baby, doll. They cannot live. One cloth of mother, she cannot sleep without that cloth of mother, because this cloth is smelling like mother.
I had the bear.
Huh?
I had the small bear.
Yes, you see, still you are holding. Because this is a relation. This relation make you to feel. Feeling is the thing to understand. Go on.
But in the present state of our life, we have not only forgotten the Supreme Lord, but we have forgotten our eternal relationship with the Lord.
I forget eternal means forget soul and relation with super soul. Go on.
Every living being, out of many billions and trillions of living beings, has particular relationship with the Lord eternally, and that is called Svarupa.
You see, this practice in Bilab Kusumanjali is a self. And he writes to the person who is in ABCD, you have to come in the Sarup. And this relation will come when you start imagination by developing devotion. It will become realized. This is imagination. Shortly he writes it. Devotion means imagination in service.
By the process of devotional service, one can revive that Svarupa, and that stage is called Svarupa Siddhi perfection, or one's constitutional position.
This is the goal of life. What is my goal? To revive my Sarupa and develop the perfection in Sarupa Siddhi. Krishna is not a goal. How you will go to Krishna if your identification is not fixed? How you will recognize it? You have to know your form. And the relation of him will become perfect. When you are clear to yourself, then you will develop the relation. He's a Bilab Kusumanjali is telling. Go on.
Should I read this again, Gurudev? Please?
I try to read it if you like. I always like this.
Every living being, out of many billions and trillions of living beings, has particular relationship with the Lord eternally, and that is called Svarupa. By the process of devotional service, one can revive that Svarupa, and that stage is called Svarupa Siddhi perfection of one's constitutional position.
Yes, Lord. My constitutional position is fixed. his constitutional position is fixed. I can see all details. And I am not fixed, I cannot see anything. Then I will see from my senses, my ego, my mind, and then his negativeness will come. That's a sthayi bhav. She always said to me, Rasa May, asthayi bhav. I said, Sarup asthayi bhav. Your Sarup has to be asthayi. And that says, asthayi bhav will come on way to city. If not, jumping bhav is not perfection will come. My nature will change. Go on.
So Arjuna was a devotee and he was in touch with the Supreme Lord in friendship.
Yeah.
How Arjuna accepted this Bhagavad Gita should be noted. His manner of acceptance is given in the 10th chapter. Arjuna said, "You are the Supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the supreme abode and purifier, the absolute truth, and the eternal divine person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all-providing beauty. All the great sages like Narada, Asita, Devala, and Vyasa proclaim this of you. And now you yourself are declaring it to me. O Krishna, I totally accept as a truth all that you have told me. Neither the gods nor demons, O Lord, know thy personality.
No?
God, nor the gods, nor demons.
No.
Nobody. No gods, no demons, know your personality.
No?
Gods,
Again.
neither the gods nor demons, O Lord, know thy personality. That means your personality.
Yeah.
When you speak with respect.
Go on.
After hearing Bhagavad Gita from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna accepted Krishna as Param Brahma, the Supreme Brahman. Every living being is Brahman, but the Supreme Living Being, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the Supreme Brahman. Paramdhamma means that he is the supreme rest or abode of everything. Pavitra means that he is pure, untainted by material contamination. Purusham means that he is the supreme enjoyer. Divyam, transcendental. Adidevam, the supreme personality of Godhead. Ajam, the unborn. And Vibhum, the greatest, the all-providing. Now, one may think that because Krishna was the friend of Arjuna, Arjuna was telling him all this by way of flattery. But Arjuna, just to drive out this kind of doubt from the minds of the readers of Bhagavad Gita, substantiates these praises in the next verse when he says that Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not only by himself, but by the authorities like the sage Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasadeva, and so on. These are great personalities who distribute the Vedic knowledge as it is accepted by all acharyas. Therefore, Arjuna tells Krishna that he accepts whatever he says to be completely perfect.
You see, acceptance only. That in that chapter, Tesam Satatiktanam. Only to assign with Krishna, I accept you. These qualities. Only assignment you have to do. Bring out your doubt, assignment. Then things will move. Then what he will do?
The ultimate goal.
Loudly.
He will give you the ultimate goal.
Yes. Then he will give ultimate goal. I am not assigning in this point, so alternative goal is not coming. Go on. Here you will see.
Sarvam etad ritam manye. I accept everything you say to be true. Arjuna also says that the personality of the Lord is very difficult to understand.
You see, very difficult to understand. These doubts are not going. Assign first. Go on.
And that he cannot be known even by the great demigods.
Yes, you see. How I will know? Demigods cannot know it.
This means that the Lord cannot even be known by personalities greater than human beings. So, how can human being understand Sri Krishna without becoming his devotee?
You see. I want to understand first, then I want to be devotee. How I will understand. Go on.
Therefore, Bhagavad Gita should be taken up in a spirit of devotion. One should not think that he is equal to Krishna, nor should he think that Krishna is an ordinary personality or even a very great personality. Lord Shri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At least, theoretically, according to the statements of Bhagavad Gita or the statements of Arjuna, the person who is trying to understand the Bhagavad Gita. We should therefore at least theoretically accept Shri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Theoretically accept. Don't full accept. Theoretically accept. Your work well done. Even here is written Satat Tesam Satat, a sign like an agreement. What you say, pre-agreement you assign that I will do this, huh? Contract. Assign it. Then if he will start giving you
the ultimate goal.
Huh?
Ultimate goal.
Yes. Go on.
We should therefore at least theoretically accept Shri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And with that submissive spirit, we can understand the Bhagavad Gita. Unless one reads the Bhagavad Gita in submissive spirit, it is very difficult to understand Bhagavad Gita because it is a great mystery.
Mystery. Now I show you. Go on.
Just, what is the Bhagavad Gita? The purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to deliver mankind from the science of material existence. Every man is in difficulty in so many ways. as Arjuna also was in difficulty in having to fight the battle of Kurukshetra. Arjuna surrendered unto Shri Krishna, and consequently this Bhagavad Gita was spoken. Not only Arjuna, but every one of us is full of anxieties because of this material existence. Our very existence is in the atmosphere of non-existence.
Oh, this is so good.
Wow, we are living in non-existence, and I want to prove it that I am living.
Wow,
Read again.
so good.
Our very existence is in the atmosphere of non-existence. Actually, we are not meant to be threatened by non-existence, because our existence is eternal. But somehow or other, we are put into asat. Asat refers to that which does not exist.
Say all this.
Oh,
You believe in asat,
wow.
not existence.
And suffering.
So,
Maybe use the mic. This is similar outdoors.
yeah. Oh. Yeah. Is not existing. Yeah.
Is it on?
Keep this speaker little out, that is loud. We believe in not existence. This is our problem. We live in non-existence materially, and we believe that this is truth. This is my fight, Kurukshetra. What is Dharamkshetra, Kurukshetra? Dharamkshetra is the living in your soul identification, is Dharamkshetra. And Kurukshetra is living in your bodily identification, is Kurukshetra. And material identification is Kurukshetra. Dharamkshetra, Kurukshetra. Dhritarashtra is asking to Sanjay, Dharamkshetra, Kurukshetra, Sambheta, Yusabaha, Mamaka, my son, Mamaka, the attachment, blind, he is a blind, why blind? Blindly he wants to support his son. And his wife also put cloth to be blind, to not to see his son. Dharamkshetra, Kurukshetra, Kim, Sambheta, Yusabaha, Mamaka, Pandavas, Cheva. My and Pandavas, what they are doing? Kuruvas, Sanjaya, what they are doing? He knows that the Pandavas in Dharamkshetra, and my son is living in material identification. The material concept. Jaiva Dharma is Dharma Kshetra. Kurukshetra is my bodily identification, my sense identification, material identity. We have to be fighting, we have to fight, because we want to be in Kurukshetra. No way. Go on. For existence, fighting for existence, for extending my area. This is the fight. Go on.
I would like to repeat this story. Actually, we are not meant to be threatened by non-existence. First, our very existence is in the atmosphere of non-existence. Actually, we are not meant to be threatened by non-existence. Our existence is eternal. But somehow or other, we are put into asat. Asat refers to that which does not exist.
You see, Prabhupada starts to show you existence and non-existence. Soul and not living in the soul consciousness. Very good paragraph to meditate and think that. Underline this line. Yeah. Yeah. And my doubts are there, means I know start even.
Yeah. So,
I know start to my any way of life. Sometimes believing, sometimes doubts. Yeah. Go on.
Out of so many human beings who are suffering, there are few who are actually inquiring about their position as to what they are, why they are put into this awkward position, and so on. Unless one is awakened to this position of questioning his suffering, unless he realizes that he doesn't want suffering, but rather wants to make solution to all sufferings, then one is not to be considered a perfect human being.
Again, no, I'm unclear. Florian explained it.
Out of so many human beings who are suffering, there are few who are actually inquiring about their position.
And if you see, they don't know their position. Why they are suffering, they forget their position that they are living so. So they are suffering. They start thinking that they are senses and they are suffering. They are living in the ego and they are suffering. They are living in the bodily consciousness and suffering. Because they forget their position, what they are. This is the reason of suffering. Read again. You see, Prabhupada, mercy, you see, that I want to show you. Only you are signed with Krishna, okay, you are agree. I agree that you are from mind, not even from the heart. Theoretical. That's it. He no place on that. He said, now you see why suffering is happening. Your identification is important. Where are you living? Yeah.
Unless one is awakened to this position of questioning his suffering, unless he realizes that he doesn't want suffering, but rather wants to make solution to all sufferings, then one is not to be considered a perfect human being. Humanity begins when this sort of inquiry is awakened in one's mind. Every activity of the human being is to be considered a failure unless he inquires about the nature of the Absolute. Therefore, those who begin to question why they are suffering or where they came from and where they shall go after that are proper students for understanding Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. Who is the proper student? Read again.
Therefore, those who begin to question why they are suffering or where they came from.
Where I come from. And why I am suffering. Who I am.
And where they shall go after that are proper students for understanding Bhagavad Gita.
Sri Radhe. This is the book. Means it's very clear to identify yourself as a soul. From where you are coming is Spirit of God, from God. And where to go back. And why you are suffering? Because you forget yourself. You are doing something else. This is the reason of suffering. First is Sarup and second is this. Prabhupada. Identification of yourself is the spiritual life. No expressing you to mane only theoretical accept Krishna is okay. And check this first. Go on.
But this is it. What you like to read usually.
No, more details is there.
Sorry.
You will see more and more things will come. We understand different way. Things are very deep.
Yes.
Go on.
And where they shall go after that are proper students for understanding Bhagavad Gita. The sincere student should also have a firm respect for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And such a student was Arjuna. Lord Krishna descends specifically to re-establish the real purpose of life when man forgets that purpose. But even then, out of many human beings who awaken, there may be one who actually enters the spirit of understanding his position. And
Yes, again come. His position. To understand his position, not Krishna's position. His position, my position. To understand his position. What is his position? Where he is? In senses, body, ego, where he exists.
Even then, out of many human beings who awaken.
Awaken. Who awaken? Who open his eyes, he is conscious. Jiva Jago, Gaura Chanda Bole. Who awaken, who jaga, who open his eyes. Why to open the eyes? To want to see where he exists, where he is living. Go on.
I love that.
Even then, out of many, many human beings who awaken, there may be one who actually enters the spirit of understanding his position. And for him, this Bhagavad Gita is spoken.
Yes, yeah. Underline red, blue, green, yellow, all color. Take this one. Oh, sorry. This one. Underline this, the position. Millions and thousands, one person. This is the mercy of the saintly person. What Krishna conscious? Where he is teaching about Krishna? Only theoretical accept by theory you accept. Why you bothering for him? Because I will say not to follow. Theoretically accept that he is also exists. What is the problem? And what to do yourself, you research that. Where you are running for? You have to do A, you are doing B. Understand? Pandiji? Yes. Again read.
Yes, but we can read all the time this until we understand.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Keep it. Many things will come.
Even then, out of many, many human beings who awaken, there may be one who actually enters the spirit of understanding his position. And for him, this Bhagavad Gita is spoken.
See Radhe. Wow. Yes. Go on.
Actually, we are all followed by the tiger of nations. Sorry. Yes, of ignorance. Actually, we are all followed by the tiger of nations.
Means ignorance.
But the Lord is very merciful upon living entities, especially
Living entity. Again you see. Living entity is not your plastic body, soul. That to clear. Yeah. This plastic body is not living. Thus immediately soul will die, go and this plastic body will die. He is living because of the soul. Moving is because of the soul. Blinking eyes because of the soul. Living is that the spirit of the God living. Go on.
But the Lord is very merciful upon living entities, especially human beings.
Huh?
Especially human beings.
Human being means this body. Human being. Not animal beings. Human, my body. living entity and human being. Wow.
To this end, he spoke the Bhagavad Gita, making his friend Arjuna his student. Being an associate of Lord Krishna, Arjuna was above all ignorance. But Arjuna was put into ignorance on the battlefield of Kurukshetra just to question Lord Krishna about the problems of life, so that the Lord could explain them for the benefit of future generations of human beings and chalk out the plan of life. Then man could act accordingly and perfect the mission of human life. The subject of the Bhagavad Gita entails the comprehension of the basic truths. First of all, the science of God is explained, and then the constitutional position of the living entities.
You see, again,
The subject of the Bhagavad Gita entails the comprehension of 5 basic truths. First of all, the science of God is explained, and then the constitutional position of the living entities, jivas. There is Ishvara, which means controller, and there are jivas, the living entities which are controlled.
Yes. One is a, what you say, puppet player,
Puppeteer.
and one is a puppet
That's us.
that we are. We are not doer. We are in the control of the Lord. He moves us. But we think that we are the actor. Yeah.
There is Ishvara, which means controller, and there are jivas, the living entities which are controlled. If living entity says that he is not controlled, but that he is free, then he is insane.
Wow.
What? Underline. This is our
red.
position.
With red.
With red, blue and green. We are independent. Like a lot. We are the doer and we will do on and on. Right? Sri Radhe. Go on. Repeat, I like this line.
If living entity says that he is not controlled,
No control, independent.
that he is free, then he is insane.
Huh?
Then he is insane, means crazy. Like really crazy, like out of...
Wow.
It's a professional help.
Andaka is sitting here.
Yeah, they need Andaka.
See, I am going to you because of that.
25 every day.
Go on.
The living being is controlled in every respect, at least in his conditioned life.
Yeah.
So, in the Bhagavad Gita, the subject matter deals with the Ishvara, the supreme controller, and the Jivas, the controlled living entities. Prakriti, material nature, and the time means duration of existence of the whole universe or the manifestation of material nature, and karma means activity, are also discussed. The cosmic manifestation is full of different activities. All living entities are engaged in different activities. From Bhagavad Gita, we must learn what God is, what the living entities are, what is Prakriti, means material nature, what the cosmic manifestation is, and how it is controlled by time, and what the activities of the living entities are. Out of these 5 basic subject matters in Bhagavad Gita, it is established that the Supreme Godhead, or Krishna, or Brahman, or Supreme Controller, or Paramatma, you may use whatever name you like, is the greatest of all.
Prabhupada says, what you like, use the name. But he gives freedom to you. But other thing you have to understand, living entity. Material nature is there. You have to understand this. Why you fighting for the name thing? What you like, you give the name. Go on.
The living beings are in quality like the Supreme Controller. For instance, the Lord has control over the universal affairs, over material nature, as will be explained in the later chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Material nature is not independent. She is acting under the direction of the Supreme Lord. As Lord Krishna says, Prakriti is working under my direction. When we see wonderful things happening in the cosmic nature, we should know that behind this cosmic manifestation, there is a controller. Nothing could be manifested without being controlled. It is childish not to consider the controller.
Childish? Not to?
Consider the controller.
Not to accept.
Yeah.
But
Like Andika is the controller of the all healing department. You see, controller. Sri Radha. And not accept is a childish. Go on.
I have a question about is there free will? Is there free will?
100%. If I ready to suffer is a free will. I know accept you. You are controller. I want to suffer in this material nature. He has no problem. He will never stop you. But I have to think from where I am coming, for what I come, and where I will go back. Is a soul, living entity come in this body, from where he comes, where he has to go back, and what he has to do in between of living. And living entity can live till this material body, my home is okay. When it will be broken, it will start making bad, he will fly over. He will fly like a bird from this body. Then where I will go? Again I will go in somebody. As per my karma, my work, I will take again body. This time human body, next time if my nature is an animal, then I will take animal body, a snake body. As per my nature, I will go through that. And I can realize also, only human has a, Prabhupada said, only human, what you say?
Human beings.
Human being can develop this realization. Animals cannot do. A snake cannot do. Bird cannot do. Only human has this to decide what he is, from where he is coming and where he will go. Human body is a good luck on our life to decide.
But if my karma has decided where I was born and in which body and everything like this, and then I have the free will to choose to suffer or not, but then there's a supreme controller who is controlling everything and I'm a puppet, then where is my karma has decided my circumstance, the supreme controller has decided everything else, so where is the free will?
Free will is there that I decide to do this karma. He gives free will. Your free will to suffer is you not want to develop what you are, then your free will. If you want to develop your realization, this is a free will with you. You want to develop, then your senses, you will be balanced yourself. To your mind, you will balance yourself. And you will develop yourself for going back to home. Back to home, not to go again and again and again and again, death and birth.
But doesn't everyone want to escape suffering? No one wants to suffer. Everyone wants to come home. So everybody wants to reach, to achieve, to grow, to expand, to learn. Everyone wants this. So what they do is in ignorance. So where the mercy that I feel, where is the mercy for the people who are doing what they're doing in ignorance and therefore rebirthing in a lower realm or in an animal?
Right.
Where is the mercy? They have free will, of course, but they also
want to do
don't
this.
want to suffer.
They want to do this, so they have free will to do.
Who wants to suffer?
Explain.
No, I just want to add something that I read in Jaiva Dharma. How, I forgot now the name, this Babaji is explaining, because the same question was, why Krishna put us in this suffering, even if I choose to suffer here, because you have at the beginning of creation, you have this possibility as a soul, to say, okay, I really want just to forget you and to feel I'm like the supreme, like I'm the controller. And he's giving you this opportunity to do that, you know? But then you're just forgetting that you're a soul, so you're under the control of material nature, and you're acting according to that. And Ishvara, Supreme Lord, as Paramatma, he's arranging everything that you can play this out, you know? But then Babaji is explaining here that, then this devotee said, but how, when Krishna sees us suffering, why he doesn't do that? And then he said, yes, Krishna is very merciful, but at the same time, he's like Leela, he enjoying his own Leela. Like that is his game on the end. He's explaining like that, you know? Like to increase, like, because he is also separation from him, you know? Like he wants you to increase so much this separation through all this, that on the end, he doesn't want you to press you, come love me, you know? He's just giving you through this separation possibility that you say, okay, Lord, I really love you, I just want to go back home. In this moment, when you say this honestly, then he will arrange everything. And then he will put this veil away, and then you can recognize your position and sending them Gurudev. This is what I just read, Gurudev, sorry.
Yeah, very nice. It should be clear.
Because the separation makes the union more sweet.
Yes, exactly. And then, yes, because he doesn't, because you are soul as Tatashta Shakti, you can be there with Supreme Lord, and you can be also here in the material nature. So he's giving you both opportunities. He doesn't want to push you, come and love me. No, you just need to come alone and say, okay, now I'm coming. And through all these troubles here, because he's giving you this, okay, he gave you this material nature that you feel, okay, I can control everything, that you can be insane so much to think I'm the controller. But then at one point you say, okay, now I have really enough. And then you want, and then it's so sweet, this reunion with him again. So sorry.
Yeah, very good.
Maybe the free will is somewhere in that point where I decide to love, not.
Yes, exactly.
This is
like he's not pressing you to love him. That is your own
Free will.
desire, your own free will. So you wanted to come here, okay, I will arrange, because he's Paramatma, he's controller. He will everything arrange for your wish, what you wanted. You want big car, beautiful husband, 5 children, he will do that. But then, because you are eternal soul, you at one point in life, through all this incarnation, you just realize, my God, but this is not this, that's not me, I want something more. You start to feel, I want home. But not every soul at this time want this. So many people in Western world, they want cars and 5 children or whatever, 10 women, I don't know what, you know? And then this reunion to love him freely, without pressing, that you just say, I love you, I really want to be with you. That is then your own free will also. So he doesn't press you, come with me in my spiritual abode.
It's easier to fail in Maya guidance. It's always easier.
Gurudev.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
You agree?
I agree. This is the free will.
It always seems like when somebody has a bad situation, born poor and uneducated like this, we always say it's karma.
Right.
But if they have a great situation, a great situation in life, then we're saying that one is karma, but that also that's Krishna giving you anything and everything that you want. But when somebody is having a bad situation and they don't have anything that they want, they have a terrible family life or background and war and born in poverty, whatnot. Where is Krishna's not giving them what they want, like this. So where
This is the how in material universe you have law, action and reaction. If I'm born in some poor family, it means I was acting like that to get this. It's not like Krishna's fault, you know. when I came in this material world, I'm acting, and he as a Paramatma, because I cannot actually, as the soul, I cannot make anything. He's acting through the material nature. He's making everything possible, what you have as a wish in your heart. So, this is not like in Christianity, like, oh, God is, or Islam, whatever, he's bad, what he's doing. No, it's our responsibility. From the beginning, it is our free will. We came here, we are acting, like now we are acting, for example. I don't want to give anything to anyone. I just want everything for myself. You know, like just for myself. And what can I expect in the future? I will not, because everything is reflection. He's just giving you back action, reaction to your action. You know, if I'm not giving, it's also not giving to me back. It's not so simple, but like that. But at the same time, through this suffering, you know, you can also revive and say, okay, now I'm fed up, I don't want anymore. And for that, at one point, Krishna is telling also, for my devotee, I'm taking everything away. Means, when I love my devotee, I will take him family, I will take him, Gurudev, all money, everything, but I will give myself to them. And when I give myself to them, they will get everything back, but they don't care anymore. Because they finally came into the relationship again. So.
And also, the karma. My previous life karma was this, that I also create suffering.
Yes. This is absolutely.
So that way, this life I got the suffering.
Yes.
My son, before previous life he was enemy, and now he is also enemy as a son in my life.
Yes.
So that is my old karma is working with me now also.
And your responsibility, not Krishna's.
No. What I do in previous life I got it, and what I will do now I will get. If I take birth again, if I have no goal to go back.
Question: why did Krishna create karma in the first place?
Keep the mic.
And why did Krishna create karma in the first place?
Explain.
There is a mic.
Gurudev, you explain, please.
Karma means what I do, I get the result. Every action is the opposite reaction. Newton's law is also. What you will act, you will get the reaction. It's a Newton's law.
Yes.
Why you fearful if you are not want to act good, where it will go? If you fight with others, you will get more fighter in your life. If you love to others, everybody will love you. What you will do, you will get it. Every action is opposite reaction. That's it. Karma. But in Christian philosophy, they don't accept. Because they say it's never new life is over there. One time I went to one inter-religion
Interfaith.
Inter-religions faith meeting. One day after the meeting was there, so they say, oh, you're very good, you come today, so you can lead from Vedic philosophy to this meeting. I say, yes, I will go. When I went there, all religion people are sitting. So when I sit, So one priest say that we don't believe in karma and incarnation. I said, right. You're right. I believe this. They all become angry to me. I bring him to talk on karma and incarnation, and he don't say he is right. You are right. Then I say, take two mothers. Imagine, there is a two mother, and very loving to his child. And one mother, the child do mistake, he always excuse his mistake. And he gives chance to improve. And one mother, he say, if you do the mistake, I will cut all relation and I will finish all relation with you. And you know more, my son. I say me which mother is good? Who give chance to change, improve, or the mother who not give chance to improve? So you believe not in karma, means mother never give chance to you. And mother don't chance to you and don't want to accept if you do one time mistake. You have to die. Over. And never you have a chance to improve yourself. And incarnation means we believe in the soul, so it incarnate. But body never incarnate. You believe in body never incarnate.
So you are right.
So you are right. You are telling about body consciousness, you are right. But we are talking on soul. So we see the soul as a karma. What karma I got do in previous life, in this body I am getting good and bad thing. And again getting chance to get another body is also Mother Mercy that I can improve in next life. Is the next body. Then soul can get this chance. But body has never chance to get this position. So your mother is very strong. Who not give chance. One chance I give you, what you do, right, wrong, is finished. But this mother gives chance more and more to improve. What is best, mother, you see? So identification of our Vedic philosophy is the soul, living entity, not body identification. Then there is no karma. Eat, drink and be merry. Because you have only one chance to do what you are doing nonsense. And nothing to do again. And no way to go to God. Because you cannot go to God. You have no connection. Because you are body. But if you are part and partial of the spirit of the God, then you have a chance to go back. To love Him, to care Him. It depends where you want to identify and what you want to do. Sri Ram, go on. More or finish? But how many page?
8, beginning of 8, half of 8.
But you can keep it. Tomorrow we can read. Oh, but turn the page there.
No, I know it's 8.
Huh?
I know which page.
Yes. It's
So
done?
we just read 2 pages.
Yes. Huh?
Oh, no, sorry.
You see, you
1,
say.
2, 3, 4.
Why not you keep some paper?
No, now I know. It's good. 8. That's it.
Sri Radha.
Now I go.
You see, Prabhupada is talking always for your living entity. Sarup. And theoretical believe Krishna and give any name of him as per your love. What more he can say, you man?
Underline. That he can say underline.
Yeah. Only a sign with him. What agreement do you say? Contract. That I theoretically believe you. So easy life, man. If you not make contract, you will not identify living entity. And if you not identify living entity, means you are not make the sign. Woman, contract is. Still problem is there in contract signing. Understand? Then what he said?
And then you will get the ultimate goal.
Ultimate goal. Goal is not fixed here, only a sign, contract. Ultimate goal he will give you, man. Who can give ultimate goal? Sri Radha.
But this is good. It's so actually deep subject, really.
This is the point.
Even if it's simple, it's good.
Deep and simple and right. The day you identify yourself living entity is a very simple one. You practice, you see so drastic change come to you. Before the senses was dancing on my head, now senses are quite no disturbing. You say? Ego was dancing, ego gone. Everything is changing automatically. Because I know my reality. My suffering is gone. Yeah. This is very important, I say. I also want to know how many times Prabhupada is pressing to be a Krishna conscious. Relation Krishna to. Only relation. Or if you cannot, only theoretical understand to understand that you are living in.
He's so humble.
What he can do more than this, right? Jai ho, Premananda ki jai. How are you? I was good. Maya will leave us. Never. Why not you say about the living identity? Only living identity can balance you from Maya. see. Your living position will balance you from the Maya. The plastic body is covered with all Maya. My all senses are Maya. My ego is my Maya. Why? This whole game is there outside, not in this plastic body. But if you living identity identify, you're free from that. I come to the body, you are in Maya.
Even Brahma is in Maya.
Yes, sir.
Can you imagine?
Yes, sir. He married with his daughter, creator. See that? To see beyond out of this Maya, you have to be in that. And then you can become out for that. This is Bhagavad Gita.
Srila Prabhupada was telling us that you are not this body, you are spirit soul. And he said over and over and over again. And now you are telling us who is the soul.
So we never practiced this after going to Prabhupada. So all missions collapsed because of that. All the gurus after that, they are talking, you are in Maya, leave Girastha Ashram, come to become Brahmachari, Sannyasi. Nobody talk about living identity. I listen many classes. The meaning of some sloka they read and they explain differently. Prabhupada is telling something, they are telling something. What they are understanding?
I say the importance of understanding this point because you can understand theoretically that we're not the body and that we're spirit soul. But unless we understand who we are as an eternal identity, as an eternal person, we can't maintain that level of theoretical knowledge.
My dear, that is the process. He writes Sarup. Sarup, living identity, he again and again reminding of the Sarup. Sarup means a form of living identity. That nobody knows. Anybody knows, not know pleasure-giving potency. The last word of Bhagavad Gita is pleasure-giving potency.
So would all gurus see the same Swarup in people?
Sarup means form, like your form, your color, your clothes color, your age. That is the spiritual form. Same thing, like your face is a form. Hindi Sarup. You have a color, you are American, but you have a dark color. You have some age. In the spiritual body also there is an age. You have a clothes, nobody without clothes. You have some nature, spiritual body has a nature. You have soft and loving nature. This is your nature, material body. A spiritual body has also you have some service, like you have service of motorcycles. So this service, material body has tourism.
Service.
You know, so spiritual body also has a service. Huh?
Right.
So that is the thing. Similarly, service is there, clothes is there, body is there. So that's a sarup. And that sarup is siddhi. Perfection is siddhi.
But from what it sounds like in the Bhagavad Gita is that even once you are aware of your spiritual identity or your Swarup, to identify that at all times, almost nobody will be able to achieve that. And that it's very, it sounds like a goal that's almost impossible to reach. And yet, you said that to perfect the...
Please not say that.
No, I misunderstand that.
No, it's all can reach. This is the right of our living identity to do this. We don't want this is my independence, but we come to do it. When we are in the womb of mother, we are trying to bring out, and I will always do this to know myself. When I was 6 months old child, I was crying and smiling to do this. But when I start taking the grains and the food from outside, we forget this. And then mind become crazy because I eat different type of food and mind become crazy to go in the material body and souls. Then my mind is start polluting, going in different direction, non-living direction. Then I believe more loving to the toys, not to mother. So like this, we start practicing to live in non-living. Up to 6 months we are in living, when up to mother breastfeeding. You see the child is sleeping and is smiling, sometimes crying, because when he see divine, he smile. When he not see, he cry. You watch small baby.
No.
When he is suffering in the wound of mother, he say, please, I will pray only when I will come out, take me out. But he's changed. This is my independence. I do something and we change. Freedom is this. Radhe Radhe Go.